It's a crazy world we live in where barely anyone is complaining about this. Now see, oftentimes, I'm against the complainers 100%. I believe in constructive criticism versus just screaming it's booty water. But bro, y'all at least gotta be consistent. Y'all complainers got to be consistent because I barely see anyone complaining about this, and more people should because they hold this show in such high regards. And if you see that thumbnail and maybe that title, you see what I'm talking about. Avatar: The Last Airbender. It got a live action remake. As we know in the past from the Avatar: Last Airbender, the live actions in the past haven't been great. And this one, it does a lot of things that I know for a fact that the people don't like when other IPs do it. And that's changing characters how they were from the original source material. Now, in some cases, it's fine to do so when you're telling your own separate story from the original source content. Now, a lot of people may not agree with that, but I agree, nigga. If you have your own I can't even speak. If you have your own interpretation of a character, you should be able to change them a little bit and make changes based off the world you're building around him. Even if it's an already established character. We've seen it with Batman. We've seen it with Spider-Man. We've seen it with so many different things. I don't get it when it comes to anime or when it comes to animation, when it comes to making a different medium and telling a different iteration with video game characters, why we get so booty hurt over it. Bro, the most recent thing that got crucified was the DMC anime, and that's because it's not like the games. And the thing is, I feel like that's disingenuous because it's telling its own story separate from the game. So you shouldn't compare it to the games, compare it to itself. And objectively, bruh, to itself, there are some things that are ass about it, but there are some things that are redeemable and cool about it too as well. But again, like I said, that show got crucified. But Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Netflix adaptation live action, is not getting crucified at all for doing the exact same things. But this should be a bigger problem because the thing that the Avatar: Last Airbender live action is trying to do, it's following the source material. It's following the actual material that you can, so you can actually compare these things off of each other and which is better because it's actually following what the original is doing. But the problem is, they're not understanding their characters. The Avatar: Last Airbender, the niggas who are behind that, nigga, they don't understand their characters at all, or the characters that are in the source material at all. They made it where Aang crashes out at certain points where he shouldn't crash out, and they don't realize that he crashes out when certain things happen. At certain, bro, if Aang gets, Aang, nigga, if Appa gets stolen, taken, sold, nigga. Y'all remember Aang was about to crash out and go demon mode? Nigga, in the show, this nigga crashes out for 2.5 seconds. He goes into Avatar state for 2.5 seconds and calms down. Nigga, Appa just got stolen, nigga. You know how he was in the show. He was ready to hit a, bro, Aang feel like he had a switch on him in the show because it looked like he was about to blick anything down. Oh, we not even gonna stick on that. Bro, what they did with Toph, but what the hell? But people were so excited for this. And then what the hell? I don't know why y'all did certain things that didn't even make no sense. They made her be able to write with earthbending words. And actually, like, with her feet or whatever earthbending tactics, whatever she does, she was able to write words into the ground. And you may think, whoa, why is this a problem? What do you mean? Why is this such a big deal? Yeah, you can write words. Of course, she's a human, right? Gang, let me tell you something real quick. Toph is blind. She been blind all her damn life, nigga. How does she know what a word look like? How does she know what kanji look like, nigga? That bitch writing in fluent Japanese, bro. Come on, gang. How she know what the characters look like? You may think, oh well, the braille. Nah, twin. Because in the show, who she got writing letters for? Because she can't do it. Who? And I wish I could show clips from the show to show you this. But Netflix gonna take my video down if I show a second of anything. And you know, I'm gonna give the writing in the ground with earthbending a pass. Because, bruh, that's not that really crazy, bruh. If you really think in terms of the show, she was able to build a whole sand castle. A whole sand palace with earthbending. Gang, writing in the ground ain't that crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it's not. Not to harp on everything too much, and not to make this a long ass video explaining every last detail with everything. There's just a lot of things in the show that I think they really don't understand these characters at all. But this goes into the fact of this, but most of the people making shows behind your favorite IPs are not fans of your favorite IPs. And I think we all need to understand that going into everything. But the fact of the matter that they couldn't be bothered, nigga. They couldn't be bothered to at least look up, okay, a YouTube video in detail character of Toph. In character detail of Aang. They couldn't be bothered to do that. And of course I understand where certain scenes, it's not going to be the same as it was in the animation because it's live action, so they have certain limitations. So I get that. And they can make all the changes they need to fit into the live action setting. That is completely fine. But come on, bruh. One thing you can't bend on like that or that much is the characters when you're following the source material. So where the crash outs at, man? Where the people online? Where the people on Twitter? Where's people talking bad about this? Y'all had so much energy from Devil May Cry. But y'all always, okay, look. This is the one show that y'all compare everything to. Y'all love this IP so much, or claim to love this IP so much, that Avatar: The Last Airbender. Nigga, when I'm watching Invincible, niggas in the comments, well, did you know that Avatar: The Last Airbender has better animation than Invincible, and it was made 10 years ago? When I'm watching other shows or watching other things on YouTube, niggas is bringing up Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, Avatar: The Last Airbender has better storytelling in it. But when they do something bad, when someone does something bad with the IP, it's crickets. So y'all love bringing this up for every single thing. Why are y'all not shitting on this? Why are y'all not trying to take this down? Why are y'all not standing against this? Again, there's only a few people I see online even talking about this situation. And that's what even brought all this to my attention. But you want to know why people aren't talking about this? Because most people drop the show after season 1 and don't even watch the season 2. But y'all wanna hate watch Devil May. Okay, let me stop. But y'all hate watch a lot of other things and then find reason to shit on it. I don't get it. Go hate watch this, shit on it, because they need to hear this. And without further ado, brother, go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.